It's not for kids.
I will be in the live because it's for kids. Because I watch your live with mommy.
You watch my live?
Yeah.
Ah, thank you.
Because it's for kids.
It's not for kids.
Because it is for kids. I know it's for kids because I see kids.
Do you?
Yeah. I always talk about me and the kids.
Okay, so hello, Sanella. Thank you for joining. Hey, Earth Empress. Thank you guys for joining. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Samantha, thank you for joining. We are doing our live. I think they are. We're doing our. I know we're doing. How are you this evening? Thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back. We are doing our birth chart. I hope you guys came prepared with your birth chart information. So we're doing birth chart basics. Going to have on this live with us my brother-in-law, who is going to also give a lot of information, give us some great information, and really kind of set the tone for what we need to. We need some light, huh? Sorry, I don't be always putting the light on. Hello, everybody. If this is your first time, welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, sunshine. I appreciate you guys for coming back this evening. This is our first birth chart class or live doing our birth chart. So please, I hope you guys have your birth charts on deck. If you don't know where to get one, you can do time passage. It's a great way to figure out what's going on with you. We're going to do basics, understand some basics about what your birth chart says and how it works. Give me some seconds, y'all. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Is this your first time? Because I don't remember seeing you before. If not, welcome back. Hello, Nene Jen. If this is your first time, welcome. Today is a special evening. We are actually going to be working on our birth chart. And on the birth chart, it's really going to give us a basic understanding of how it's really our spiritual DNA. That's what I like to call it. It's our spiritual DNA, and it teaches us what we were encoded for, how we came to this planet, what we came to do, how we can move better, how we can make predictions for our own lives, how we can choose the right partners, how we can hurry up and get through this karmic bullshit, how we can raise our vibrations, how we can tap into our powers, all of that good stuff. All of that is in your birth chart. Now, if we will have time to get through as much as possible, because I don't want to keep you guys on forever. But hello, Kay. Free Spirit Kay is on. Oh, welcome back. Just really trying to make sure that we can grow and impact ourselves in a positive way and heal like we're supposed to. So this channel is all about healing. It's a healing journey and what we need to grow to the very next level. Hello, Delion. Thank you for joining. I'm so glad to see you here. Again, we are working on our birth charts today. So if you don't know your birth chart, you can pull it up on Time Passage. We're going to look at how it works, how to navigate this life. So again, this is our spiritual DNA. This is how we are going to navigate this life. So if this is your first time, welcome. Again, you can go to Time Passage or any other platform that you like. I am waiting on one person to join so we can get in this thing. Hello, a big mentality, David. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate you for coming in. Please have your birth charts on deck so that we can take a look at what's going on, because we are going to go over your birth charts today. I know I keep saying the same thing over, but that's catching everybody that is coming in. Let's see. Are you guys able to hear me okay? See me okay? Everything flowing through okay? Let's see. Let's see what's going on with you. All right. I'm waiting on one other person to get in here so we could get started on our birth charts. Again, it's going to be the basics of birth charts. So you're going to start to understand what life is like. Hello, April Pride. Hello, is it D. Rodriguez? If this is your first time, thank you, Gemini Colette. Thank you for coming in. We are working on looking at our birth chart. So this live is going to be special. It's different from some of the other ones where we do a lot of reading. We're actually going to uncover what's important about your spiritual DNA, what the universe has for you, how it works, how you're supposed to be paired up, who you're supposed to love, how you attract the right love, when it's time to end a relationship, what about cycles. All of that is in your birth chart. And once you learn how to navigate that information, it makes life so much easier. It's what the stars use. It's what presidents use. There's a lot of people out there who understand, or if they don't know how to do it, they find somebody who can do it for them. So today you're going to get some, it's your first time too. Welcome. Go ahead and drop your sign in the comments and let us know where you're from if this is your first time. Welcome back for those who have been here before. We are working on a birth chart. If you don't have your birth chart in hand, please go download a chart from hello, April Pride 440. Welcome in. I appreciate you coming in. If this is your first time, drop your sign and your location, where you're from. Scorpio. Okay, welcome in, Scorpio energy. We are doing, again, a special reading. So not really a reading. We're just going over our birth chart. So if you haven't done your birth chart, let me tell you, you're new. Okay, welcome. Let's see here. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this again, y'all. Y'all know I'm not good with the technology.
Yeah.
But I'm good with the cards, though. So that's what we're going to do. Time passage. That's what you're going to want to use. And it's a good way to... Let's see. It's a good way for you to... Yeah, Bear's in the background. She was trying to beg to be on this live today. She's funny. She says she really wants to be on live, but she doesn't know how to read cards. So, anywho, thank you guys for coming in. Everybody who is here, that's like the main identity that you're normally getting. And everybody seems to be pretty familiar with your moon sign. A lot of people are starting to learn about their ascendant sign, and that's all a part of it. So your sun is really just the time that you were born. It is the part of you that kind of gives instructions to the rest of your DNA, but it's not who you truly are. There are so many components, and every piece of those components, welcome, greetings to you as well. All of those components really do make up the puzzle that is you, your spiritual DNA. Your moon speaks to what's hidden, the hidden things about you, what you don't want other people to know about, what you don't want people to see. And then your rising sign is what you present to the world. That's the mask that you wear. So if, say, for instance, you have a Leo rising, because you all know I'm a Leo will be the energy that people might tend to think that you have. They may not guess that you're a Leo. They may think, oh, this person's outgoing, or this person is self-absorbed, or this person is over the top, because those are some of the traits that they tend to associate with a Leo. But in essence, you actually might be introverted. You may not have a lot of outgoing qualities, but they think that because that's what they meet when they first see you, or that's the energy that you present. Astrology has been around for a really long time, and it's actually one of the main components in... All right, here we go. One of the main components in making sure that we come to learn the karmic lessons. Okay, so you're a Pisces, and your moon, I have a Pisces, moon, and sun. Oh, no, your rising is both Virgo. Okay, interesting. All right. Did we get you in here? All right. We're going to have TikTok Faster 2099 join our live, and he's going to go over some information with you guys. He's going to give you the basics, and then we're going to just kind of go back and forth. So if you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Anything that you're really wanting to learn or know about, things that will enhance your life or make it feel better. What is it that you really want to gain from this life? Because every time we delve in deep, every time we learn something new, it gives us an opportunity to uncover something else about ourselves, right? And when we learn more about our spiritual DNA, we can really make a difference in our lives. Even when it comes to our children, for instance, people who have a Gemini moon sometimes have issues with their parents. The way they see their parents can be, how do you know your moon? I put a comment at the top about an app that you can use to chart yourself, and you'll need your chart in order for you to be able to you'll need to chart yourself in order for us to be able to look at your moon, your sun, your rising, your Venus, all of those placements. All of those placements are important in terms of your spiritual DNA, and that's what makes this a little bit different. So again, we're not doing any live reads on this particular live. Unless Spirit has something special at the end. We'll see how time flies. Y'all know it kind of does what it wants when we're on our regular days. So, we'll see what to do. You struggle with your Aquarius moon. It's because you have to learn your cycles about it. Every part of our plans, every part of it kind of, if you break it down, there's times when your moon is going to be more affluent, and there's going to be times when it's going to be more of a struggle for you. So as you connect to that energy, knowing your cycles, remember, everything is cyclical. When you know your cycles, that's when you're moving in the direction that's best suited for your soul. Hold on. I already sent the invite, TikTok Faster. Go ahead and join. All you have to do is click join for us to get you in here. Let me know when you get it. So, are you guys having a beautiful Sunday? It's hot here. It's 99 degrees at 7 p.m., 7:23 p.m. And yeah, it's hot. So, again, for all of those that are coming in today, we are learning about our birth chart. So if you are wanting to understand what your birth chart is all about, thank you for coming in so that we can do better. Don't forget, if you're new here, go ahead and drop your sign and where you're from so we know who's in here visiting us today, okay? Hey, Kay. Let's see. Everybody have their sign, their chart. How do you know your moon rising? Jerabel, were you able to get your chart in? Your sun is in Aquarius, and I'm learning the Aquarius sign. Okay. Okay. Is it not letting you join? For the Aquarius, it's such an independent sign that it could go either way. You can either have, when it comes to Aquarius, the Aquarius energy all in itself has a tendency to either be really, really strong and independent or very weak and needs help. Okay, let's try again. Let's see. When you try to join, what does it say? Okay. You said you're a Libra sun, Pisces moon, and Libra rising. That means you have a lot of hidden emotions, a lot of darkness. You actually dwell in your darkness. Earth Empress. I want to understand why I'm attracted to earth signs. It could be karmic lessons. It could be a lot of things. Let's see. I don't know. The other day, somebody tried to. Can you send me an invite and see if it lets me let you on? You're very independent. That's very common of an Aquarius energy, but don't get it twisted. It's also independent of moms in itself, especially in the energy or the time that we're in this particular time. Yes, I can elaborate. In this particular time, it's really hard for us to kind of depend on other people, because what we've been taught societally is that we need to be independent. We have to be strong. We're raising the next generation, and because of it, it makes it a little bit tough. Now, when it comes to your Pisces moon, the Pisces is all about what's hidden. It's hidden emotions, it's deep down emotions, and they dwell in their darkness. What that means is that you thrive in the chaos. When shit is going awry in your life, you have a tendency to find a way to pull yourself out. But only those that are closest to you know that, okay? And that's because the moon is about what's hidden. It's about who you are on the inside. It's also about your emotions. It's how you deal with your emotions. In Pisces, being that it's a water sign, you can find yourself swinging a lot in your emotions. Also, it has a lot. If you find yourself in depression a lot, that's actually very common of a Pisces moon, until you learn how to transmute that energy. Let's see. Still no TikTok faster. Let's see. I don't know why we can't get him in here, guys. Are y'all there? TikTok faster, come through for me. He has some of our material, so I'ma need him to show up, y'all. If not, I can handle it on my own. You're an emotional mess at times. I get that. I mean, I don't get that energy from you at all, actually. You don't come through as emotional. You come through as withdrawn. And when your energy presents itself, it presents itself as withdrawn. I don't want anybody to know me. I don't want anybody to see me. It's not so much that I want. Thank you so much, Elle, for the likes. It's not so much that you don't want to be as independent as you are. You want people to help you, but you won't take it. You won't take the emotional support. You won't take anything. You just kind of fall back and you go into these like cycles that kind of turn down. So let's keep going. What the moon does. I did a quick little video about the moon. So we'll talk about the moon itself when it's in your chart and how it works, okay? That's my niece, y'all. She's loud intentionally because she wants to be on our live.
Why are you talking about me on your live?
Because you keep trying to come back.
No.
You all loud and stuff.
Because I need to plug in my phone because it's a full battery.
All right, the moon. I like to start with the moon, even though the sun is like very prevalent. The moon is actually more of who you are on the inside, and it'll make a lot more sense to you. So when you're looking at the moon, and I get a lot of my information from a lot of places, but this is the book that I'm working with today. It's called The Secret Language of Astrology. And I like to study all types of things, but in order for me to be my best self, I can't just study from one school of thought. I have to study from multiple. Okay, well, here we go. Unlocking our spiritual DNA. Hello, welcome to TikTok Faster. Thank you guys for staying with us through these little technicalities. Hopefully we won't have this issue next week. Go ahead and let's get started.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear everything? Can you hear us both? Just let us know in the comments with a heart or a like. Don't forget to share this out for friends who might be interested in learning about how to read their birth charts. You can spend a lot of money on
share
birth
it out
charts.
to people you don't like.
Say what?
I say just don't share it out to people you don't like.
Right.
Then they'll know what it's
Yeah, true. You don't want people that you don't like, you don't want them to understand how to read you. So that's the beauty of astrology, and the tarot part, it just comes from intuition and psychic ability. So go ahead. Talk faster.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm working with this right here. As you know, I couldn't do the screen share thing, so I'm doing the next this thing. But basically, we're talking about unlocking your spiritual DNA. So one of the things that you can do to unlock your spiritual DNA is use astrology. Astrology is pretty much a life path that you took in order to get to planet Earth. So the best way I can explain it is imagine that you trying to get to Walmart. So trying to get to Walmart, you do a couple of things. Either you're gonna drive there, you're gonna send somebody there for it, or you're going to have it delivered to your house.
You're
So
breaking up a little bit.
um, when you come to planet Earth, oh, I did. You hear me? All right?
You're a little choppy. You're a little choppy.
So the broadcast is unstable.
Oh,
Um, let's- uh,
there
let
you
me
go.
try
Go ahead.
something.
Go ahead and try. Go ahead and
Let
speak.
me try something right
You're
quick.
good. Go ahead. Come through.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Um, okay. So let me go ahead and get to it. So there's going to be four ways that you came to planet Earth. If you came by water, you came by air, you used earth, or you used fire. So there are 12 signs. These 12 signs are broken up into four different parts. You have fire, earth, air, water. Air, which is what I am, is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Then you have your water signs, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. You have your earth signs, if you can see well, is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And you have your fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So when you're dealing with the astrology, the way that you deal with your everyday life, you're going to use like one of the signs. For example, like a Gemini person is going to be a person who pretty much goes from topic to topic. If something bad happened, they'll let it go quicker and they will get into new situations a whole lot easier. If you're a water sign, which is going to be Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, what you're going to do is typically is that you're going to use an emotion. You're going to move into things a whole lot slower. And it's going to be a whole lot harder for you to get out of situations. These situations can be relationships, they can be business, or they can just be hobbies. Fire signs are going to typically have a whole lot more passion, which is going to be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Um, and also then last you have Earth. Earth is going to be your grounding signs. Uh, Grounding signs are going to be people that don't want to let go.
Stability. We're
Yes,
stable.
stability.
Give a little bit of stability. They're grounding. They're the ones that kind of tend to the earth. So they're the watchers of the earth. They're the ones that and they don't move fast. If you ever gardened
Yes.
or anything like that, they're going to be your slow moving energy. So keep in mind your fast moving signs are going to be your fire signs, also your air signs, and your slower moving signs are going to be your water and your earth. So, pulling them together in your chart lets you know the speed or how fast things happen in your life. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So, what we're gonna do next is basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the natal chart, which is gonna basically gonna be your birth chart. It's gonna show you everything that's going on, and I'm gonna show you how you can find your sun sign, which is pretty much gonna be one of the 12 signs. You're also gonna know what your moon sign is, and your elements, and your rising sign. These three signs you can use to know everything you need to know about yourself, which is going to be basically the fundamentals. And then once you get the fundamentals down pat in astrology, you can use that to learn about people around you, your friends, your families, your co-workers. You can basically use all these signs by knowing somebody's birthday, what you can do, and what you can do to them, what you can do for them, and how they react to you. So go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and find one of these. Open up a natal chart right quick, and let me see here. Let me go. I have one of these open already.
And Earth Empress and Sunshine and Kay. What he's saying in this particular portion, and hello Lorraine, thank you for joining. In this particular section, remember how we were talking about like the moon and the sun and things like that, and you're trying to understand how the rising and the sun works. Well, each one of these particular sections, they kind of work in conjunction with each other. Sometimes they're actually opposing each other. So you might feel conflicted, like you were saying in your Aquarius. It's hard for you to understand your Aquarius, but because you have an Aquarius sun, you're looking at his personality, then things start to make sense for you. But let's just say, like, everything in your chart, like I have a friend who's like a Pisces, and this Pisces energy is like predominantly in his chart. He has no fire in his chart, but he also has a lot of earth placements. This particular individual will move slow in damn near everything. He moves slow in his energy, he moves slow in his commitments, he moves slow when it comes to things that he's passionate about because he wants to make the right decision. When you think about water, it holds memory, so he holds on to things a little bit longer. Um, he may hold on to heartache a little bit longer.
Can you hear me
Or
okay?
I'm saying, yeah, we can see you. Ready for us? We can hear
No, not
you.
yet. For some reason, I can't get internet connection. So
Okay. Did you want me to show
I
a
didn't. I
chart
didn't
in
save
English?
the.
I could,
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and show.
okay. One of you ladies have your birth charts, right? Do you want to share? If I invite you to my live, will you be open to putting your chart on the screen and we dissect it with you? Are you okay with that? Which one of y'all want to go first? Earth Empress, Ray, Sunshine. Let me know in the comments. All right. I do know your birth chart. I can actually put it in the phone. Actually, I don't have this pulled up. Okay. Let's see. I have a chart here. So, you know, I don't have it on this phone. Let me see if I can send it to myself on this so I can put it in the screens. No, let me invite one of them to the live so they can show it. Okay.
Yeah, go
Um.
ahead. Yeah.
Let's see. Um. Okay, you have 1,000 manage. Unblock. No. I want to add you to my live, but it's not letting me. Let's see. Pause live. Settings. Comment. Boo. I swear, I haven't learned how to utilize this quite yet. So I need a picture.
No,
I
you
know.
having issues? Yeah, it was hard for me to join for some reason.
Well,
Uh,
it came through like for you to join on my live, but it's not asking me to
uh,
allow. Okay, it's and he's coming in and out. Let's see. Official just became a number one. Thank you so much for the support, guys. We do appreciate you for coming in. Let's
uh,
see. Yes, I'm putting your business out there. I have your chart right here, so um I do need a picture. Let's see. How do I okay, it says interact. Full. I don't want to do that. Match
okay.
host. Okay. Disconnect with the host. Oh, maybe because I don't maybe it won't let me invite more than one person on. Okay. Are you up and running now?
I think so. Yeah, it
Okay.
looks like it's a little bit more stable right now.
Okay, cool.
Let
It
me.
wouldn't let me invite one of you guys, so I apologize. I wanted to at least try to at least let one of you ladies come in. Y'all are so faithful. I appreciate it. In my Taurus Venus, that's why I move slow. Hard to move fast. Yeah, it is hard to move fast. It's really hard to move fast for a Taurus. They overthink. They think and overthink and think some more. Whose chart are you pull? You got your chart pulled up?
I'm trying to pull this one up. I haven't went through this on a computer in a long time.
I see.
So as you can see, everything is coming up new. All right. So I can plug in a birthday right here. Now
Okay,
the unique thing.
somebody want to put their
Yeah.
birthdays in the comment. Earth
Now when you're
placements is
dealing
one
with
of the things.
birthdays, when you're dealing with birthdays in astrology, they whatever chart comes up, you're going to be unique to anybody else on the planet because you're basically an energy signature. So whatever chart comes up for your birthday. That's why I typically want to go down to the hour, the day, the location, and everything like else like that. Is because you're the only one that is going to have that particular chart. No one else is going to have it but you.
We got a birthday 10/19/83.
Okay. All right. The date is going to be 10. Oh,
You
10.
don't know your time?
What's the actual day?
October 1983.
Okay. All right. Put 19 right here. October
You don't know your time?
19.
Do you have an idea if it was morning, night, or midday at least? Hello, Jay Mendez. Thank you for joining. If you want to learn how to uncover your
Morning,
birth
evening, or
chart,
afternoon? If you
morning.
don't know,
Okay,
it's
she said morning.
morning
She doesn't
time.
have an exact
Okay.
time, so do sunrise. Yeah,
All right.
you scared? You want me to?
Then
I
we're gonna
can.
go to, you know what city?
What city were you born in? 2, 4, 2, 6, 8. It's the number 8. It's the number of self. Yeah, don't be scared. There's nothing gonna happen to you on this live, sir. You're gonna be just fine. What's in Bahamas?
The Bahamas.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me. We'll go with that.
All right. Have you ever pulled up
Okay.
your full birth chart, Earth Empress? Like the entire
Is
chart?
yeah, I still want these two. Like you have to get it in. Is it male or female?
Female.
Okay.
I do know yours. I just decided to let it
And I need
leave
a
it.
birth
Okay.
city.
It's she said West End. West End brand. So just type in West End.
Okay.
Was that your first time pulling your full chart? I do know your
Okay.
entire chart, but um and we could have utilized it. Here we go. Oh look, it's perfect.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get this going again.
All right.
Hopefully you can see it. I'd like to put in a little detail. Let me see
It
something.
is. You can't make it a little bit bigger, huh?
Um, I think so. Let me see.
Are y'all able to see it kind of okay? You could at least get the shape because the shape is also important. So you see on there where the circles are. My hands are in the way, but there's circles around it, and those circles represents all of the different houses. And we'll do houses another day because houses are also important because those placements mean something different. But the houses are one aspect of it, and it represents each component of your life, like the self, like your relationships, like a marriage, career. It's also going to talk about like your spiritual aspects. It's going to talk about your Chiron, so things that you came
Let's
here to
see.
learn, your handicaps, things that you need to overcome. All of that's going to be in that circle. And then the placements are the
Hold on.
degrees. So depending on how much of a degree, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Is that a little bit
It's
better?
good.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
All right.
It's
Okay.
okay
It looks
because we
far
can
away
see
to
a
me.
little bit of it.
Okay.
It's okay. We gonna get better at this, guys.
All right.
It's our first live.
Yeah.
We usually use our YouTube to do our teaching, but we're trying something different over here on
Okay.
TikTok. So here we go. Um, so Earth Empress, this is your chart. The line placements are looking at the different degrees. So go over all of that for her really quickly, and so everybody can understand. If you're new here, go ahead and
Okay.
look at your placements so that you can understand how your birth chart works.
Yeah. So on this chart right here, basically it's saying that the sun sign is in Libra. Now, when you open it up this chart, you got all these natal charts are gonna have a wheel, and on the wheel on this outside right here, I don't know if you can see my mouse. These are gonna it's gonna typically show the symbols of all the signs, 12 signs. Now, once you get into that, you're gonna have these things that are like a little pieces of pie, like little pie slices. Those are gonna be your houses. Now, right outside these wheel, you're gonna have these little symbols right here, like most birth charts that you use. These are gonna be your planets. Your planet is gonna be in here, and your moons are gonna be in here. So the first thing that people, the first thing you're gonna look for when you're looking at the chart is basically your sun sign. Your sun sign is gonna be um, the easy way I can explain it. Your sun sign is gonna be basically the hold on right quick for a second. I'll keep forgetting I can't zoom in. All right, your sun sign is gonna be what you typically are. It's gonna be either like I said, if it's gonna be like one of your water signs, you're gonna be like very emotional. You're gonna be any of the signs are gonna be like that. Hold on for a second. So my phone is. Give me a second. Go ahead, right quick. Give me a second.
So, like, when you think about your sun sign, it's literally
All
the
right.
exact moment that you entered the solar system. Plain and simple.
Yes, go ahead.
That's the
Give me a
moment
second.
that your soul connected with a body. You said free spirit. You just want to see.
All right. Okay,
That's
I'm back. Well,
deep.
basically, your sun sign is typically going to be like your personal identity. It's going to usually express who you are. Now, once you find your sun sign, which is going to be outside of the wheel, then you're going to look for your moon sign. Now, over here, all you got to do is just find your moon sign, and you're going to see like a little bit. Can you see like the little moon right over there where
Yeah.
it says 26 degrees?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the thing about this one right here is going to be, some people will call this a cuffs, because right now you basically, it's between two signs right here. Hold on, let me zoom in. I keep forgetting I can't zoom in, and I don't have enough light. Go ahead, let me see if I can do something right quick.
What are the two signs that it's between? Because she has her chart as well. So when you're on a cusp, that means that you take characteristics of both energies, and depending on the degree is the amount of energy that you're getting, the amount of that pull from that moon energy. So
Yeah,
sometimes
your
it might
moon energy.
fluctuate.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're right.
Um, Go ahead right quick. Yeah, go ahead right quick. I think keeps
Okay, so
freezing
when you
up.
again when you're in the middle or when you're on a cusp, you're getting both of those particular signs. So earlier, I think you said that I'm gonna go back to the comments. I think you said you had I can't get to them. Okay, you had a Pisces moon. Well, technically, you have two placements because every 2 days the moon's in transit. So apparently, at the time of your birth or around the time of your birth, it was transitioning into another sign, and so you get characteristics for both of those particular signs. So you might sometimes feel like things are out of balance for you a lot. In the moon, on the inside, you're constantly trying to balance your life. You're trying to balance love and family, or you're trying to balance work and family. That's what you would get with your Libra rising, but with your Pisces, it's about all of the hidden aspects of it. So more than likely, if it's a Pisces, you either got Aries on the other side of it, or you got Aquarius. So you might have a little bit of Aquarius energy in there because Pisces is, that's where it's at. Um, are you still with us, TikTok Pastor?
Yeah, I got like a little echo, and my thing is
We don't
freaking.
hear
Give me
it.
like one more second. I do. I don't know why.
He's
Let
got
me
a
see
lot
if
of
I can
Virgo
fix my
placements
audio.
in his chart, y'all. And the Virgo in him makes him a perfectionist. Me, I'll get on here and not do anything. I don't care. We just go get the message out. But him, I be seeing words sometimes. I be like solar, sacral, but y'all get the gist of it, right? Not him. He's like, no, it has to be perfect. So if you got Virgo placements, understand that's why you act like that. There's nothing wrong with
That's
it.
why I act like that.
I'm trying to tell you. But he wants to make sure it's right.
Yeah, and I want to
So,
hear, because I don't know why I had like a little bit of a delay. I don't. Hold on.
yep, everything
Okay. Well, basically,
perfect.
basically, our moon right here is in Virgo and Pisces, right over here. Can you see these two right here? So,
Okay.
okay, typically I call this a look. You say you can see it?
No, but go ahead. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, typically a lot of people call this a cup. So you basically gonna have traits of a Virgo, traits of a Pisces. So when you calculate in astrology, it could actually place you in one of these two. But let's not worry about that part. Um, hold on. I don't know why I keep. Let's not worry about that. Hold on. My audio screwed up. Give me a second.
We can't. We don't hear an echo. You're coming through just fine.
Oh, okay.
There's no echo on our end, so even if you hear an echo, you just keep going.
Okay, then. All right. I'm gonna use a different set of headphones next time
It's okay.
because I sound like in mine it sound like shh like that.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's coming
Okay
through
then.
perfectly. It's good.
Okay. All right. My apologies for that. Next time I have
You're good.
a decent setup. Okay. Okay, with your moon sign, you're gonna typically be your moon sign is gonna be about your emotions, your inner stuff, your inner being, like what you feel when you see somebody. It's gonna be like what you feel when you're dealing with a job. It's also gonna be like what you feel when you are um when you're dealing with family members. Uh, Now, also right over here, it said ascendant is in Virgo. Your ascendant sign is going to be what you display when you meet somebody. So with
Makes sense.
Aries, Pisces, and huh?
Go
What you
ahead.
say?
It makes sense
Oh,
because she
okay,
presents like a Virgo.
okay,
Her energy comes in like, and she calls herself Earth Empress. So it absolutely makes sense. Keep going.
okay. Let me see. Let me get it right here. Hold on. Let me get right here. Hold on. I'm just sound bad. Hold on for a second. It's this
It does not
Gemini
sound like a
stuff I got
robot.
going on.
It sounds just fine.
Huh?
So Earth Empress, when you're okay, he
Let
stepped
me
out a
cut
little bit.
this thing off. Cut off. Just my thing right
Are
here.
you a Virgo? Earth
Because I
Empress?
think I
Are you
got
an
too much
Aries
stuff hooked up to
Virgo?
this phone.
Because that's what you do present like a Virgo. Very meticulous, very put together, mysterious even. And if that's in your moon, it makes sense. I don't remember what those little signs meaning, y'all. I'm sorry. I hate the symbols because my brain don't like to remember that no more. Let's see. I'm gonna go back and look.
Yeah, all of them typically gonna use symbols. This I really you sound crappy. It keeps saying my broadcast is unstable.
It might be, but it's coming through
Um,
just fine.
what I'm gonna do? Yeah, it keeps cutting on it, but on mine it's a lot of clicking and everything, and I'm trying to
Oh, okay.
and a reverberage. Yeah. Okay.
So okay. So we're on the moon, right? We're learning about the moon. Let me take over for a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
Um,
and get your. I don't hear anything wrong. It sounds really really good. Oh, Libra. Yeah, you don't come across like a Libra at all. You actually come off like very much Earth energy. So, ironically, your soul knew already. I don't know why you
yeah,
chose the name Earth Empress, but you did, and you present like like an Earth sign. So, um,
yeah. Well, the moon is can you hear me? Okay.
yes, we hear you
Okay,
just
the
fine.
moon is in Pisces. So when you're dealing with Pisces people, they typically gonna be very emotional. Their inner being, since it's the moon, they would when they get with someone, they want to present unconditional love. It's gonna be sort of like, hey, I'm gonna be with you, I'm gonna be down for you, no matter what we go through. But the for the partner, they have to um, like if it's a whoever they with, they need to what you call it. The partner has to give that back, but on their
Reciprocate.
end, like internally, that's huh?
They need to reciprocate.
Yeah, yeah, reciprocate. Also, when you have a moon in Pisces, you're typically going to be a person who is what some people call a healer. But when you're dealing a lot of this metaphysical, esoteric stuff, but basically, if you don't want to use the word healer, they're going to be typically more nurturing. So or someone with a Pisces moon, their intentions are always going to be like, hey, I want to fix you. I want to make sure that we can do this together. And like, if you don't give me nothing back, it's fine, but I want to make sure that you're okay. Now, when you give up too much of that, you typically go. Now, since it's kind of on the cuffs right here, like right here in between, it can pretty much go both ways. So basically, they can give unconditional love, and then at the same time, it's like once they messed over, depending on what the birthday is, um, they want to go way left. Now, the sun sign, sun is in
Libra.
so,
Libra.
I don't, oh, okay, okay, Libra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now when you're dealing with Libra people, typically should spend a lot of time around water. Um, but they're usually like pretty intelligent people. They're usually like someone like almost similar like Gemini's. Like when you want to know something, or they typically want to give out a lot of information. They have like warm fuzzy feelings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
um,
they do.
yeah, they do. Oh, okay. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not. Um, yeah, I haven't really dealt with too many Libras, but I remember like when I was looking at this chart, I remember one of my teachers. That was one of the things they said. Libras like, yeah, I have warm fuzzy feelings, but when their moon will typically want to pull them off to like a dreamy world. Now, the ascendant in Virgo is like the earth sign. So when you're dealing with that whole emotional thing, that's why they can pretty much stand the test of time. But still, when you with a mate or you at a job, they typically will like be overworked, and in relationships, they typically will be overworked. So that's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with a somebody with a moon sign is typically on that cusp of with that Pisces over there. Can you hear me? I still sound. Shh. I don't
No,
know why, and
I'm
it's
fine.
messing with my head.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now,
No, it's on my
on
end.
your,
It's messing with my.
no, you're
Okay, go
okay.
ahead.
On your Libra, a lot of times you'll find yourself being drawn to service types of jobs. So when you're presenting and again keeping up with each one of the elements that's inside of your chart or each one of the signs that's in your chart at any given moment, you can switch to any of these. So you for some of your closest friends, you might actually be all every bit of a Pisces. You might be an overgiver, commit to a lot of things, and put on a lot of masks. I like to say you hide behind your smile when you are a Pisces moon. But you have such deep rooted emotions in so many different things that um, it weighs on you. So you might find yourself gaining weight. You might find yourself emotionally eating. You'll also find that with that Pisces moon, that you go up and down again. You deal with a lot of depression. And it's not that it's because you're unstable. It's not that. It's the yin and yang. It's the fight for the masculine and the feminine energy within that particular sign. Now, when it comes to your Libra, you're very adaptive. I like to call them shapeshifters. So people of the Libra energy, they're really good at becoming whatever somebody else needs them to be. So when you have Libra placements in your chart, no matter where they are, you're gonna find yourself like a chameleon. You can find you can switch it up, right? Code switch, really easy. Um, the nurturer in your Libra sign means that you have a tendency to step outside of reality in order to get things done. So you live in the planet Neptune. I do too. You like to see things through rose-colored glasses. Ironically, rose is one of your colors. Rose is a color that you might be attracted to. Herbs that you like to use or that'll be good for your body as a Libra is mint and asparagus and lilac. So these are things that are specific to the Libra. So guys, if you have Libra in your charts at any in those placements, understand that's what you are like. If you have especially Pisces in the moon, you're wearing rose quartz right now. It's just who you are. It calls you. Your soul knows who you are. That's the spiritual DNA, and that's what we're trying to help you guys understand or uncode or decode, I should say. Next, he's going to look at what TikTok faster. What's the next piece? You did her moon, you did her rising, you did her sun.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, the rising Virgo. Did I already do the rising? Yeah, Virgo. Virgos on their rising are typically going to be like your, like I say, wise, intelligent people. They typically want things done, but one of the weaknesses, one of the things that kind of brings them down, is they could be like nitpicky. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, some people would call that petty. Being petty at times. So if people with rising signs, which are descendant signs in Virgo, if you can stop with like a lot of the pettiness, we can typically go a whole lot farther than normal. I don't know if you heard me because I sound like
Yeah, you cut out a little bit. It's okay. Um, so yeah, I'll
oh,
I'll
okay.
I'll kind of go off.
Oh, sorry.
So with the Virgo, what
All
he's
right.
saying is that like and that's probably your defense mechanism. It's when you keep, those little side jabs that you like to give, and especially in working type of situations or family type of situations, when your guard's a little bit more down, people come at you sideways, and you notice a little bit of this or that, you might throw a little shade. That's what a Virgo is going to do. But a Virgo is also going to make sure that you're stable. So you might find yourself helping people with their bills. You might find somebody, you might attract partners who need help with their bills, run for the hills. Um, also,
Yeah, and okay, it said resume live. You can hear me? It
yeah,
said
we hear you.
cut out
Mhm.
for me for a little bit. Okay. Now, also, since our moon is in the seventh house, that's typically like the relationship part of it. So now in that seventh house, you still got this whole Aries Pisces things here. So seventh house is typically going to deal with relationships and love and all that stuff like that. And since the moon is over there, that's when this is a person who wants to be in love, wants to be romantic, want to
Mm-hmm.
probably mess around and die for somebody.
Don't
So
do it.
when you're dealing with that, that's how you pretty much know who your mate would be. Also, those two signs right there is what's going to be attracted to this particular person. And so, you kind of just sort out the behavior. So if typically they none of these other signs, they may work, they may have some parts, but somebody who's going to be either like the Aries or
Now you're
Pisces,
choppy.
that's going to be who the this sign will.
Say it again.
Okay.
It came through choppy. So
Okay.
started the relationship piece, because that's one of the most important components on this. Everybody wants to know about their
I
relationships and their
think I know my
finances.
problem. I'm like, let me.
I'd rather
Oh, relationships
start
and finances. Hold on, let me put this on do
shade.
not disturb. I think that's my problem. Why I'm probably choppy. Because when something happens, I get a notification or something, it gets more choppy. All right. Okay. So this is Ghetto.
Okay, so your seventh house. Your seventh house is going to also highlight areas where you have difficulties, where you have your doubts, where you have your fears. And so, since this is tied to your number sevens, are always going to be about your blessings and what's important. So, you might often find yourself worried about money, worrying about how you're going to make the money come through. You're going to find yourself worrying about your kids. You're going to worry like, oh my God, are they okay? Your thoughts may go left. This is with that placement in the seventh house. Also, it's also how you respond to the outside world. So your defense mechanisms, how you block. Are you talking about me? This necklace? You'll be back. Okay, please come back. We got you. um, I know we're a little choppy today. It's our first time doing this online, so we're appreciative of all of your time staying here with us to make sure that we can get this knowledge out here for you guys. Okay. Um, Sometimes you get into a path.
That's the
You're still coming through robotic. Familiarity, meaning that you find it easy to fall back into old patterns, and you might find that you meet the same type of person over and over again. It's easier for you to stay what feels familiar, even if it's unsafe, right? Because that's where you are. That's what that
Libra, sorry, that Virgo in the seventh house placement, that descendant. And I'll give you an example. My mom has that in her same sign. And I have three sisters, and all three of us have a different father. But all three of us, our father is a Gemini. Every last one of us. Every last one of us has a dad who's a Gemini. So again, repeating those cycles because it's familiar. It's easy to attract that energy and stay with it. Now, sometimes it's a good match, and sometimes it's a really shitty match, but you still keep trying it because it feels like something that you understand, right? It feels like something that you're connected to, or it feels safe. You might find it hard for you to trust somebody that's fire because they move faster, because they're passionate, because they blow through things, because they're, like, for a lack of better words, extra, according to some people. But if you gave the fire a chance, you would see that what it'll do is clear the path of your thinking. It burns away old theology. It burns away things that is not familiar to you, and it makes you to, it challenges you. And now you're like, oh shit, I'm in new territory. You would have never guessed what. Are you talking to me or her? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the comments right now. I look like LB Alien today. Um, her energy is coming through. Hey, L. All right. So again, when you find yourself in a cycle in that Virgo energy, and you're trying to think about who you're trying to talk to next, or who you want to attract next, um, make sure that you don't be afraid to step out of the norm in order for you to get to your next level, because that's where you're getting stuck. When you find yourself in that stuck energy, it's because you're choosing to repeat those same cycles because they are familiar. So with my mom, what she did was she decided to not date anymore. She met another guy. He was not a Gemini, but because she had had enough of the last Gemini, I think that was my baby sister. He ruined it for everybody. he, you have to step into something different in order for your life to change. But all of that is in your chart, and that's the purpose of knowing your chart. So you're looking at things and you're like, why am I keep having the same result? When you make a different choice with a different type of partner, that's when you'll have a different experience. Me, on the other hand, with my I think I have, my descendant is Aries. I'm always trying something new. I don't do the same type of guy twice. Mm-mm. So I might try a Libra. Not usually, because Libras like to tell white lies. I'm sorry. Um, that's the negative side of a Libra, but Libras have a tendency to tell a lot of white lies, and kind of over exaggerate their position in life sometimes. So if you find that in your chart, it's okay. My dad does the same thing. I'm sorry, it's no shade, I promise. I have a Venus Virgo, so I might throw a little shade here and there. It's not intentional. It's just how it come out. But when you're thinking about, the like for me, I've dated Pisces, I've dated I've dated Cancer, I've dated Sag, I've dated I don't fuck with them Geminis though. And it's supposed to be a soulmate side, but I be ready for them Geminis, them two personalities. I can't fuck with it. You got to be careful about them Pisces too, because you know that yin and yang energy, and them hoes live in the dark. You got to be careful with them because they will run your ass raggedy. But you have a Pisces moon, so you understand. You probably are attracted to toxicity in your relationships, and probably unintentionally. You meet people who, especially when you connect to them on your on the moon level, y'all be good at first, passionate, and the next thing you know, y'all bickering, y'all fighting, and y'all have, the last was Cancer, and he was toxic. I understand. Cancers, if they have unhealed mama wounds, they are the worst. And it's not a slug at the Cancer. It's just really that mother wound that hurts them so deeply. They don't. It's hard for them to recover. They need you to. really coddle them and hold their hands and nurture them a lot. And because they are a nurturing sign by nature, it's hard for them to step into that next level. Don't feel bad, Kay. I would never date you if you were a man, but you'd be my best friend. I have a lot of fun with you, but I would never date you. My daddy a Gemini, and I've learned from my mama. Lasted 2 months. He was the change for me. Okay, well, you might have another bout with one. 2 months in is not a long time. If you learn something from the situation, then that's a plus. If you didn't learn anything from the situation, that's when you have to kind of take a step back, because every person in your life is here to teach you something, right? There's nobody on this planet that's an accident. And when you walk away from something early or prematurely and you don't learn the lesson, you will repeat it in another way. Um, are you ready for us TikTok faster? Not quite.
Can you hear me? I don't know. I'm looking at it while you're talking. It just keeps cutting on and off for me. I guess I'll wait until I have a more pristine setup. That's what I would do. But one of the things I can point out, if you can hear, okay, whoever the person is, they got a lot of these planets right there in the second house. Now, the cool thing about having stuff in the second house is typically when you deal with your money, if you broke, you shouldn't be broke, because you came with tools that you can use in order to attract energy. So it's not all just about money. It's also about business or stability in work. So if the person is not doing that, then they should wake up the next day and know that they have the tools and everything available to do that. Now, if you want to start something with a week, let's say you had a bad week or whatever like that, Wednesday is a good day for this person to start.
Did you
I don't know
start
if
this
you heard all that.
so starting new trends, new business opportunities Wednesday. Wednesdays are your day of the week. That's spot.
Yeah, it's on Wednesdays. Yeah, yeah. Because now you chopping up on my end. But next time I do this, I'll not use my mobile stuff, and I'll do it on some type of Wi-Fi.
It's okay. Everything is working the way it's supposed to. People who
Okay,
are supposed to be here. So let's keep going. What's next?
okay, go ahead.
Go.
Um, chopping up on my end. Hold
We can
on.
hear it. Do y'all hear choppy noise or is it coming through clear for you guys? Let us know in the comments.
No, I think it's just on me on my end.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just me on my end. That's all I'm gonna do on this one because it's messing with my head when I feel like you freezing up and I can't see and you
Okay.
freezing up on me and it gets choppy, so it distracts me. But yeah, next time we do this, I just use the Wi-Fi and I have a better connection. I don't have to um, be interrupted or distracted when I'm doing this. But the cool thing about astrology, one of the just to cover one of the three things you want to know if you begin in astrology, is pretty much your sun sign. Your sun sign is going to basically be um, how you handle how you on a grounding basis how you handle the world. Your moon sign is typically going to be your internal thoughts, your emotions. You usually not going to display it at first, and your ascendant sign is going to be how you when you meet somebody, uh, how you put on. So that's the same thing as like when you walking up and you're meeting your new boss or something like that. People typically smile and do all this stuff like that. That's basically a mask, and that's your ascendant sign doing that. As you get more comfortable with friends, family members, anybody that you meet, then you start to um, change and becoming your sun sign. So I got a lot of reverb, so I'm pausing. But yeah, that's. Did you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It came through clear.
All right. So that's next time. Oh, it did. I did. Oh, I'm happy.
Yeah,
Okay, because I
it
don't
came
sound
through
like it
really
on my
clear.
end.
Yeah, it's really clear. It actually came out perfectly. So again, like as we dissect the charts, and of course we don't have enough time to delve into everything today, but thank you so much for being allowing us to dissect your chart. and to at least give you some starters and starting points. And that's for everyone. If you've looked at your chart and you look at your placements, again, we started with the sun, the moon, and the rising, and also looking at that descending energy. So your sun is who you are at that moment when you come to this planet. The moon is who you are on the inside, but it's that part that you keep to yourself. You don't really want that to be expressed to everyone else. You want it to be something that you keep on the back end. You don't really want it to show until you're really comfortable. And then your ascendant sign is what you're going to show the world. It's that mask that you have on. So that Virgo that comes across when you're is it her Virgo? No, it's your what's her ascendant?
The ascendant is in Virgo.
Okay. So that Virgo energy, that perfectionist energy, so you again, that's what you're showing the world. And it's ironic because that's exactly what I saw when you first came in, the very first time I've seen you come on one of my lives, and every time you come in here, you present. So until you become comfortable, like 100% comfortable, then your energy is going to present that way, and it's going to present like that to most people. The good thing about tarot, and that's what we do. We read the energy. So when spirit is speaking or when spirit is showing us things, it's not only what's in the cards, but it's also what's coming through. Be even beyond the glass. We see beyond what you guys are showing us. So, for instance, my friend the Pisces, he is Pisces. Like I would say, 5 or 4 placements in his chart is Pisces, but he didn't come off like Pisces. He spoke like air. And so the first time we had a conversation, I was like, this guy's giving me very much air energy, but I'm not really sure. And TikTok Fashion was like, no, he's a Pisces. And I'm like, I don't know. But when I pulled up his chart, in the areas of communication, he's actually an air sign. So it makes sense when he was speaking, the way when it comes out of his mouth is air, and air energy is fast, and he's a
Yeah,
fast talker, he's a slick talker, he's a great person to be a salesperson because he can sell fucking crack to a goddamn crackhead like that. That's what comes out. Air energy is that way, but in actuality he's a slow mover.
yeah. This person descended in um Virgo, so that's gonna be like so on the outside, this person is gonna want to be more stable and grounded. Now, one of the reasons why this whole um, these two over here, like this on both sides of this moon, because the Virgo is pretty much in the middle of the Earth sign, so it's going to be like pretty much well grounded, well stable. They're going to be somebody who wants their bills paid. They're going to be somebody who wants to make sure they have a roof over their head and all that like that. But the reason this person would do well with both of these signs right here, they need somebody that's kind of like on the cusp because um, they can't deal with just a watery person. Like, basically imagine like, a well grounded person is like they pays their bills and all this stuff like that. And then somebody don't want to go out there and do extra hours at work. And somebody don't want to put forth enough effort. But when you're dealing with somebody who has a little bit of air, a little bit of water, they can push. They'll be able to be more compatible because they can go with the flow and just have a little bit of emotion for the determination in order to live with somebody who's going to be well grounded. So that's kind of how that happens, and that's why the moon is right there. Because at the end of the day, um, long term, it's not going to work any other way.
But
I don't know if
don't
you heard
forget
me, but I think
that Libra placement makes her a little bit more unstable. So while on her descendant she likes to have her possessions, she still has that Libra placement, and that's where she gets a little bit of instability in her energy. So sometimes she flip flops back and forth. She she's not as consistent as somebody who might have a lot more Virgo in their chart. So that's some of the things that kind of come through on your chart so far.
yeah. And now when the speaking of inconsistency and stability, um, I, hold on, let me. So you see this color right here, red. So basically, we're going from this Virgo, which is like this little M right here, all the way to this little, I call it like a little sword. that's gonna be like your when your energies are pretty much working against you. That's gonna be so the these is where I can explain it because we don't get all tuned. You always gonna either have a positive energy or negative energy. Oops. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So the positive energy. What you say?
I said, no, you okay?
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. So your the. Oh yeah. All right. All right. So the positive energy that the planets are going to be working with is going to I'm not gonna worry about the degrees and stuff like that. It's gonna be basically from the fire to the earth. Now, what that basically means is like when you when you're dealing with your when that person like this is dealing with their day to day life, when they use the fire energy, it typically will go basically go overboard. When they if you use a fire energy and you have these little negative things right here, it's usually like too much. It's amped up. Now the blue lines, that's when you start to get these. Are what I can explain is like a lot of the positive energy. So basically, it kind of like cancels it out. Now these little reds right here, if it was like a whole group of them, like right along the line up here or right over there, then you're not gonna worry about it. If it was up on the top, up over there, they're gonna be one of those people who can not get ran over. Basically, that's the reason why I can explain it. Hold on, right, great.
They're really good at
My
manipulating.
screen is yeah. I don't know if TikTok just don't like me or something.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right. Because it's like it freezes and it just went out, so I didn't know if you was there. I think maybe next time I do it, I'll go on a better Wi-Fi, and it's draining my battery.
I'm
But
sorry.
okay,
Well, we've been
yeah,
for a
because
while.
I'm.
If you want,
Oh,
we can always end this live today, um, because
oh,
we
you can
really do.
keep going on. I'll back out, and then next time we schedule it, I'll have a more stable Wi-Fi signal. I think that may just be the problem.
Okay. No, I think it's good because we've already spent a good amount of time. We've been on an hour. We've
Oh,
covered the
okay.
base. We looked at we like I said we recapped with sun. We recapped with moon, and we started with our ascendant. You even started to go into like houses, which we weren't even going to cover houses today. We really just wanted to get the basics in. So next time we'll pick up on we're looking at we did sun, we did moon, we did rising. We want to look at Venus placements, we want to look at Saturn placements, and we want to look at Chiron. So Chiron is your it's like your handicap, the thing that's hindering you. We want to look at your Saturn because that's your karma, your karmic patterns, but it's also your greatest amount of expansion. And we want to look at your Venus because again, most people want to understand love, right? They want to know how they love and how relationships work. They want to know about their money and they want to know why shit is so fucking hard. So we'll cover those pieces next time when we come back, and that will allow us to not over um, inform and put too much information out there at one time. Give you some time to digest it, to look at your chart and start to think about your habits. Write things down that you are thinking about. Of course, we're not going to cover these things during the week when we do our morning lives, but on Sundays we will kind of keep going with this and see how it goes. Make sure that we can pass that knowledge out, and we'll also make some videos for you guys on YouTube so that you can kind of just pick our brains. So thank you so much for being a wonderful example, Empress. We appreciate you. Everybody who's been on here, we appreciate you for coming out and listening to us today. Any other questions before we end today? Anything that you could think of? Also, you can always inbox me. Thank you, Elle. Oh, we appreciate you guys. Thank you, Elle, for the hearts. Thank you, Chris, all over the place, for joining. DeLeon, thank you so much for joining today. For anyone who is your first time being here and it's not what you expected from our typical tarot readers, it's okay because now you can start to understand how I am able to connect to you and how the information correlates because each reader will be different. And depending on the energy that they have, depending on their connection to source,
and how in touch they are, they may be able to pick up on all parts of your chart. Not everybody's going to be able to do that. Some are going to just get your sun, some are just going to get your basics, your moon, and they'll just talk about your everyday life. But if you're wanting to delve deep into what's really happening with you, and
that's what we'll do on that, okay? Did we lose TikTok faster? He hung up on us, y'all. He hung up on us. Anyway, any other questions? Anything I can answer for you? Yes, no. Yes, the reading rate. Oh, I did my apologies. So normally my 30-minute is $50 and my 1 hour is $100. I am running a special, and I did say I was going to put it out here today. So for everybody who is a part of this live, if you want a personal reading for 30 minutes, I am offering that at $22.22, so $22 with 22 cents. If you want a 1 hour reading where we kind of go in a little bit more, we will only charge you $44.44. It's double the price, and that is going to be good to the end of Leo season. Again, it's $50 for a 30-minute reading, and 1 hour reading is $100. But for everybody that is on this live, and let me screenshot y'all so I can, well, I already know who's on here. If you want to go deeper with me for 30 minutes, $22.22, and for 1 hour it is $44.44. Sloan, thank you so much for coming back. You were, I appreciate you, because I remember you earlier today. Spirit really has some really great messages for you. So when you come in, we can do it. Just let me know which days work best for you. I do early mornings and I do evenings. My preference is early because I do get my downloads come in so clear and I feel very connected in those times. But it doesn't mean that I can't get clear messages any time of the day. But that's when I usually do my best meditation. So I'm able to really just get in that thing, you know. I just try to get in there. Also, come prepared with the questions that you desire. My Cash App I will post for you guys. So let's see. Yes, I can do tomorrow morning for you. And on the readings, they are non-refundable. We'll kind of go over the details, but we're very thorough. I like to take time with Spirit and let them do what they do and make sure that we cover everything we need to, okay? I do start my live typically between 5 and 6 a.m. So I'll do my live first and then I'll link up with you, okay? Does that sound like a plan? LOL, Dad ain't sent money yet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm an early bird. Early bird catches the worm, y'all. It's funny because I started my live today at I was up at what, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. And almost every person that was in there first was an earth sign. I didn't start getting fire signs and everybody else trickling in until later. So I'll message you independently and we can go over things from there, okay, Sloan? And Empress, again, thank you for being for being that person and letting us come in, okay? And dissect your chart. I'm gonna probably choose someone else next week to finish, like to do something else. So we'll look at those components. We want to look at, let me make sure I write this down so that we're prepared. We're gonna look at your Chiron, we're gonna look at your Venus, and we're gonna look at your Saturn placements. Okay? Thank you for joining. Hopefully you will come back next Sunday, same time, same place. Love you guys. Bye.